but you're slowly finding out now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you just don't want to say it.
Makes no sense.
Unlike some of us.
Freaking out at me?
It's 7 o'clock, I'm in trouble now.
Oh boy, I didn't have a problem. No, you got 30 seconds.
Don't share. I don't want to do this.
Fine
I
time.
heard how much she spent to make sure she could be around. Well, that's to be sure. I spent like 400.
Hey, why not? Yeah.
Total.
And she was in 2018?
When I ran.
Unorganized?
7 o'clock, I'd like to call the meeting to order. Roll call.
Barlow. Brem.
Here.
DeVroy.
Here.
McLean.
Here. McLean. Thank you.
Nesbit.
Here.
Rezegi.
Here.
Rocha.
Here.
Stencil-Barton.
Here.
And Tassiva.
Here. Entertain a motion to excuse Councilmember Barlow.
So moved.
Motion by Brem, supported by McLean.
No.
Stop the violence.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Please rise for pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, you have an agenda in your packet. We have one correction, 9D. It should say Scott Shantz, not Scott Schultz. That's the only approval, or the only correction I have. Anybody else have any corrections or additions?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to move that we approve the agenda as is.
Support.
Okay, motion by Rocha, supported by Rezegi to approve the agenda as amended. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Also in your packet, you have the minutes of February 24th, 2025, regular board meeting. Any corrections or additions to that? I hear a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion, Your Honor.
Support.
Motion by Stencil-Barton, supported by DeVroy, yeah. To approve the minutes of February 24th, 2025, regular meeting minutes. Any discussion? Roll call.
Brem.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm new at this. DeVroy.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Nesbit.
Yes.
Rezegi.
Yes.
Rocha.
Yes.
Stencil-Barton.
Yes.
Tassiva.
Yes. Public hearings, we have none. Public comment. At this time, anybody like to get up and talk? I'll give you 3 minutes. Tell me who you are and if you're a citizen of Hastings. Okay. Formal recognitions and presentations. We have a presentation tonight from Dave Hatfield, County Commissioner.
Good evening. Actually, you do not have a presentation from me this evening. I have nothing really to update you on. We're working on a number of projects, most notably the Commission on Aging and the jail facility. Also doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work on updating the human resources policy manual and things. But nothing of significance to bring before you, but I wanted to make sure that I was here in case any of you had any questions for me. So be happy to take any questions if you have them.
Any questions of your County Commissioner? Thanks, Dave.
Thank you very much.
Item 9, we have a request from Gina McMahon, Recreation and Outreach Director of the YMCA of Berry County, to hold their yearly summer program at Fish Hatchery Park, the large pavilion at Fish Hatchery Park building from June 17th through August 9th, 2025, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. I don't think Gina's here.
I'll make the motion to approve that request.
Support.
Okay, motion by McLean, supported by Rezegi, to approve Gina McMahon's request for Recreation Outreach she's an outreach and director of YMCA Berry County to hold their yearly program at Fish Hatchery Park, large pavilion, Fish Hatchery Park building from June 17th through August 9th, 2025, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 1 p.m. This is pretty much what they've done in the past, so. Any questions? Roll call.
Deveroy,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Nesbit,
Yes.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Rocha,
Yes.
Stensel Barton,
Yes.
and Brem.
Yes.
And Tassava.
Yes. Next item, we have a request from Hastings Pride Committee to allow and accept donations and sell merchandise at the Hastings Pride 2025 event at Thermal Plaza on Saturday, June 28th, 2025, from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Motion by Brem, supported by Deveroy, to approve the request from the Hastings Pride Committee to allow them to accept donations and sell merchandise at Hastings Pride 2025 event at Thermal Plaza on Saturday, June 28, 2025, from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Any discussion? Roll call.
McLean,
Yes.
Nesbit,
Yes.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Rocha,
Yes.
Stensel Barton,
Yes.
Brem,
Yes.
Deveroy,
Yes.
Tassava.
Yes. In your packet, you have a letter from Ann Yulberg, and it's been on our Downtown Development Board. She has moved out of the area. She took a job in Middleville, so she had to resign from this board. Entertain a motion to accept her resignation with regret and send her a letter thanking her for her time and service.
I make that motion.
Support.
Okay, motion by Deveroy, supported by McLean, to accept Ann Yulberg's resignation from the Downtown Development Authority with regret and send a letter of appreciation for her time on that board. Any discussion? Roll call.
Nesbit,
Yes.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Rocha,
Yes.
Stensel Barton,
Yes.
Brem,
Yes.
Deveroy,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Tassava.
Yes. Item D, and because we accept the resignation, we have a vacancy on the DDA board, and I would like permission to appoint Scott Shantz to the Downtown Development Authority Board with the consent of council. The term of his appointment will be a partial term, March 11th, 2025 through December 31st, 2025.
I'll make that motion, Your Honor.
I'll support.
Okay, a motion by Rezegi, supported by Rocha, to appoint Scott Shantz to the Downtown Development Authority DDA Board with your approval. The term of appointment is March 11th, 2025 through December 31st, 2025. Any comments, questions?
Yeah, just one. I haven't met Scott. Is he here? Scott, perfect. I have one very important question for this. Are you a
You'll aim the question at me.
Is he a West Coast or East Coast Marine? That was my question. Because that matters when it comes to boot camp. But I'm excited to have him on board for this.
That would be West Coast.
Well, then you have my full total support.
Any other questions, comments?
You know him? I don't know him either.
I just met him, Scott, and his wife Amanda just bought the Old Town Tavern.
So he has a vested interest in...
He has a vested interest in the downtown, and actually I went out and talked to Amanda, and Scott wouldn't let her. He said he's got to do it. And I think he works for the County Road Commission, and he's already talked to his bosses, and he can get the time away. So I'm looking forward to seeing Scott on that board. So.
I'd like to say that I know Scott real well, and I highly recommend him.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
I've heard of him, but I now know who he is.
Yeah.
Now know who he is, yes.
Okay.
Welcome to the DDA.
Yeah.
We haven't voted yet.
Oh.
Don't slap her.
No further comments. Roll call.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Rocha,
Yes.
Stensel Barton,
Yes.
Brem,
Yes.
Deveroy,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Nesbit,
Yes.
and Tassava.
Yes.
Welcome to the DDA.
Okay, item E, receive and place on file 4 invoices totaling $34,537.16. Do I hear a motion to approve and place on file?
I'll make the motion to approve and place on file.
Support.
Okay, motion by McLean, supported by Deveroy, to receive and place on file 4 invoices totaling $34,537.16. Roll call.
Rocha.
Yes.
Stensel Barton.
Yes?
Brem.
Yes.
Deveroy.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Nesbit.
Yes.
Rezegi.
Yes.
And Tassava.
Yes. Okay, item 10, this is going to be our first reading for ordinance number 628. It's an amendment to Division 2-V-2, Article 2 of Chapter 2 of the Hastings Code of 1970 to establish the purchasing and contracting procedure for the city of Hastings. This is the first reading. So if you have any questions on this, it'll be brought back up at our next meeting. Unless you have any questions tonight, Sarah can answer them. It's pretty much what we talked about at the last meeting, but anyhow, so that'll be brought back up in 2 weeks. Item 10B, conduct the first reading of ordinance number 629 pertaining to text amendments to section 90-883 driveways. The Planning Commission has recommended an amendment to section 90-883B for increasing the maximum driveway width of the property line from 20 feet to 24 feet. Like I said, this one here is the first reading on this one also, so this will be brought back up at the next council meeting. Anybody have any questions? We have our Planning Commission chair here, and he can answer any questions. And there's also a couple members on this board, so anybody have any questions? It'll be brought back up in 2 weeks. Okay, this is always a good one. Item C, motion to approve on the direction of staff the Relay for Life of Berry County, their annual request to hold a Relay for Life event supporting the American Cancer Society at Titan Park from 12 p.m. Saturday, September 13, 2025 through 12 p.m. on Sunday, September 14, 2025, and adopt resolution 2025-03 stating the necessary ordinances. What that has, I think that has to do with selling goods down there. Is that what it is, Sarah?
It's a number of things, which
Yeah.
I thought were listed.
It's pretty much the same thing that we've always allowed them to do down there.
Not having any cars come in.
Close the
during that
gates,
time.
yeah.
Close
Craft
the
vendors,
gates.
food
Yeah, I
truck
apologize
vendors.
if it's not listed in the memo. We typically say which ones those are, but it's,
Well,
if you want me to follow up with an email with those, I can.
well, like I said, it's the same exact thing we've always done. Titan Park has a protective ordinance or something that they can't sell anything there, or they can't camp there.
That's in any of our parks.
Right, but that's what we have to do. We have this ordinance that we're adopting, ordinance number 621, no, excuse me, resolution 2025-3, that's what that is, stating the necessary ordinances in the park. Any questions?
Yeah, just one question. If you do, and I take it that it is 12 to 12 because I saw that in more than one spot, but in one spot when I was reading through the packet, it originally had said 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday. And so I didn't know if anything. What's that? Okay.
Why don't you go right back there, so everybody can see, hear and see you.
It's because on Saturday, we like to set up at 8 o'clock before the relay actually starts at noon. And then we give ourselves time to clean up afterwards until 2.
That's what I wasn't
Yeah.
sure, but
That makes sense.
yeah.
Okay, do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion, Your Honor.
Support.
A motion by Stensel Barton, supported by McLean, to approve under direction of staff, the Relay for Life, Berry County, their annual request to hold the Relay for Life event supporting the American Cancer Society in Titan Park from 12 p.m. Saturday, September 13th, 2025 through 12 p.m. on Sunday, September 14th, 2025, and to adopt resolution 2025-03. Any comments? Questions? Roll call.
Cecil Barton.
Yes.
Brem.
Yes.
Deveroy.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Nesbit.
Yes.
Rezegi.
Yes.
Rocha.
Yes.
Tassava.
Yes. Next item, entertain a motion to approve on direction of staff the Michigan Cyclocross LLC request to conduct the crisscross cyclocross bicycle and racing event at Fish Hatchery Park from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday, September 14th, 2025, and adopt resolution 2025-04. Do I hear a motion?
So moved. Support.
Motion by Nesbit, is that Rezegi? Supported by Rezegi to approve, on the direction of staff, Michigan Cyclocross LLC's request to conduct the crisscross cyclocross bicycle racing event in Fish Hatchery Park from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday, September 14, 2025, and adopt resolution 2025-04, stating the necessary ordinances. Questions?
How popular is this? We've done this before?
Been doing it every year for the last,
We do have Jason Smith from the Michigan Cyclocross in attendance this evening, if you'd like to direct questions to Jason.
I've met him, but I didn't recognize him. Sorry, Jason.
I was only here one time last year, so
Yeah.
thanks for considering it. As far as popularity goes, we do 4 races in the greater Grand Rapids area every year. There's about 100 people that attend to each race. Last year we held it for our first time putting on the race, but it has been around for many years beforehand. So we did it in Hastings last year. Had a nice rainy morning for setup, but we still had about 100 people come out, had a lot of fun.
I'm sorry, forgive my ignorance, I don't remember this ever.
I know. First I ever heard of it. But
No, as a matter of fact, I don't.
my biggest concern was when I looked at where they ride down there at the park. How, and I know you say you take rakes to it afterward, and a lot of the grass just, it doesn't seem to be damaged. I would think it would get pretty
Yeah,
worn
sometimes,
down.
especially in the times last year where it was raining,
Yeah.
the grass can get pushed down and then the mud comes over the top of the grass and it looks pretty bad. After a few rains, the mud usually goes underneath the grass again and then it looks better. And especially at the end of the year, it's nice to have the whole winter to come back. So we've been thankful that the parks that we've gone to have understood that for the series has been around for 20 years. So keep going to the same parks and it seems to work out okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Is it 100 participants or just 100 people?
100 participants.
Okay. I
So
just
they
wondered.
usually bring family.
Yeah, yeah.
Come and watch.
Mhm.
And they travel from Ann Arbor, Grand Rapids, Traverse City.
Well, you'll have one more this year anyhow, this guy over here. You'll be down there watching.
There you go. Come on out, absolutely.
Any other questions?
Yes.
Go ahead, John.
Do you have a website or a place we can, because I'd like to be able to share this on social media, so it's important. I just
Absolutely.
don't know where that's at.
MichiganCyclocross.com is our website. Cyclocross is CYCLOCROSS. I'm trying to get my wife to allow me to change the Kiss Cross name, so you guys don't have to keep saying that over.
It's kinda hard to
hard.
say.
A little tongue twister there.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we had a motion and a support to approve Crisscross's LLC request to conduct crisscross cyclocross bicycle race in Fish Hatchery Park from 7:30 to 5 p.m. on Sunday, September 14th, 2025, and adopt resolution 2025-04. If there's no other questions or comments, roll call.
Brem.
Yes.
Deveroy.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Nesbit.
Yes.
Rezegi.
Yes.
Rocha.
Yes.
Cecil Barton.
Yes.
And Tassava.
Yes. Item E, motion to adopt the 2025 capital improvement plan as presented. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make that motion, Your Honor.
Support.
Nesbit?
Yes.
Yes.
Motion by Rezegi, supported by Nesbit, to adopt the 2025 capital improvement plan as presented. Any questions? Roll call.
Deveroy,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Nesbit,
Yes.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Rocha,
Yes.
Stensel Barton,
Yes?
Brem,
Yes.
Tassava.
Yes. Okay, also in your packet, entertain a motion to approve the purchase of a tow-behind air compressor from AIS Construction in the amount of $27,050. Do I hear a motion?
Make that motion.
Motion.
I'll support.
Motion by Brem, supported by Deveroy, to approve the purchase of a tow-behind air compressor from AIS Construction in the amount of $27,050. Questions?
What's it used for?
Pretty much everything that, attributed to construction. We use it to blow out all the water lines for all the sprinkler lines, the cemetery lines, the downtown water lines, city hall water lines. It's a compressor used for jackhammers so they can tear up concrete. And I'm sure they use it they have a specialized hammer that drives in the bases for your street signs. It's a well overused piece of equipment in nasty conditions because it's always operating in dust and dirt.
And we have a way to preventive maintenance on it as it's being used?
We have our own mechanic. Usually when they get 100 hours, they service it out. It's one of the machines you got to pretty much blow. If you're using it a week at a time, you pretty much have to blow the air filters out every day. They get full of dirt. So.
I have a question for Rob. If the Isuzu engine is the one that requires more maintenance, why are we buying one with an Isuzu?
At this time, I believe there's a John Deere engine in that one. It's one that we
The
expect.
new one, it basically says it's got a Isuzu engine, diesel.
And the one that's, I'm not
The
sure
one
of
that was
that.
in question was the one that had the Isuzu engine in it and said it required more maintenance. So, I'm just,
The one that was up there should have been the one that had the John Deere engine in it, according to my mechanic. But I can check on that and get back.
yeah, according to what the specs here are, it's an Isuzu diesel, 49 horsepower is what we're buying. But yet, the other one was a problem because it was an Isuzu engine. I'm wondering if I'm confused or the information's confused or.
2750. So it's that second quote in your packet. So it's not the email. It's the second quote there for 2750.
And I don't see anything that says what engine it is on that quote.
There isn't there for John.
The only thing I see is what's in the email, which says it's an Isuzu engine.
The email is a quote for the other one. They're not the same item. So
Okay.
there's two quotes. One is an email form, that's for the one that we're not recommending.
Okay.
The other, more traditionally formatted quote is the one that we're recommending.
Mine was something that.
Yeah, I apologize for the confusion.
That was a little confusing to me.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't realize you were sitting there. I would let you answer all these questions.
Okay.
Any other comments or questions? Roll call.
McLean,
Yes.
Nesbit,
Yes.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Rocha,
Yes.
Stensel Barton,
Yes?
Brem,
Yes.
Deveroy,
Yes.
Tassava.
Yes. City manager report.
Amy Hubble is here with us today. She's our deputy clerk taking minutes. Linda is at training for her clerk. I'm mixing up words. Clerk certification is what I'm trying to say. So Amy's filling in today. She's doing a great job. If you haven't met her, please stop by and say hi before you leave. Wanted to let you know that we're still working on the water tower lease agreement for the equipment with AT&T. They had sent us a letter of interest for approval. The city attorney and I felt that the terms of that were a little bit broad, and we want to make sure that we're all on the same page about what area it is that we are approving. So hopefully we can get that nailed down here in the next few weeks, and I'll bring it back to you for continuation of that discussion. Also wanted to let you know that we're working on the Adopt a Corner program. For those of you who aren't aware, the Garden Club has dissolved, and so that kind of left a hole in terms of leadership for doing Adopt a Corner. For those of you who maybe aren't aware, it's not an organization, but it's a means by which different businesses or people can adopt a flower bed in the downtown area and plant it and weed it and take care of it throughout the year. So it really adds a lot to the beautification of our community. There's a lot of people who are involved in making that happen. So we're working on a plan to facilitate how we can keep that going into the next year. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. And I think that's all that I have for today, unless somebody has any questions for me.
Any questions of the manager? Okay, also in your packet you have Fire Chief Jordan's monthly report. Do you have anything to add, Mark?
Oh, not too much.
Any questions of Mark? Feeling better?
Look at it.
Okay, Library Director Edelman's monthly report. Anything to add there, David?
No, sir.
Any questions?
I want to reiterate, I love your reports. Your reports are outstanding. They're awesome, so keep that up. I love reading through them.
I know.
They're really good.
The only reason you want to read them, your name's on them. Her.
Yeah.
Also in your packet is Assessor's monthly report. As always, if you have any questions of Deb, we can make sure that she answers them for you. Reports and communications. Item A, entertain a motion to accept and place on file the Hastings Public Library Board of Trustees draft minutes for March 3rd, 2025. Do you hear that motion?
So moved.
Support.
Motion by Nesbitt, support by Rocha. To accept and place on file, item A, the Hastings Public Library Board of Trustees draft minutes March 3rd, 2025. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Public comment. At this time, anybody wants to get up, go back there to the microphone, tell me who you are, and if you live in the city, I'll give you 3 minutes.
Hello to all. I'm Sydney Smith, and I'm sitting president of the Hastings Pride Committee. On behalf of the committee, I'd like to thank you for your time and approval of our ability to sell and accept donations. We are excited and confident to bring another safe, entertaining festival to the city of Hastings where our allies, family members, and members of our LGBTQ plus community can connect, celebrate, and be entertained. We thank you again for the use of this wonderful venue. And also I'd like to say that I'm happy to speak with anyone with any questions, concerns, or interests, and our committee can be reached at hastingspridecommittee@gmail.com. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, Mayor and Council report. Comments. John? Rocha?
No.
John Rizigi?
Nothing at this time.
Ann? Becky?
Sorry.
Bill?
Yeah, I have a couple. Last year, right about this time, I submitted a resignation from 2 boards, the airport board and the library board. It was due to some medical issues, and in talking with some folks, you should run for mayor. It's like, well, okay, let's talk about jumping out of one area and right into another one. But unfortunately, my situation hasn't improved. And I informed the mayor tonight that at the end of this month, I'll be stepping down from council. I appreciate all the support that I've received getting to know each and every one of you. And I'll keep watching you on TV, but I appreciate the support. Thank you.
Well, I was saddened to hear that from Bill tonight. I do appreciate everything he's done on this council since he's been on it. You know, but you gotta take care of your health first, you know, and we'll see you at the next meeting anyhow. Right?
I have one question. Can I have your stereo?
Okay, anything else come for council? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make the motion to adjourn.
Motion by McLean,
Support.
support by Nesbitt. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. We're adjourned. Thanks for coming, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Yes.
having us.
Almost.
Everyone?
Quick and easy. Big crowd and hardly anybody's there. 7:30.